We're going to begin, so please find your seat. Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank you all for coming to today's workshop, which is hosted by the Japan International Transport Institute, or JITI, with support from the Nippon Foundation. My name is Mamiko Kim. I am the Communication and Operations Specialist here at JITI, and I would like to personally thank you all for coming today. Our workshop is simultaneously translated between English and Japanese, which you can hear via the headset that should have been placed at your seat. If you are having difficulty or do not have a headset, please contact one of the GT staff, which will have a name badge with staff at the bottom, and they can help you with that. For English, please tune to channel number 1, and for Japanese, it's channel number 2. In addition, this workshop is being video recorded, and the contents will be put on our website within a few days. So if you'd like to look at it, you can do that as well. To open, our president of GT, Mr. Tomomi Tsuchiya, would like to make some opening remarks. Before he does, I have the honor to introduce him all to you today. Prior to his appointment in his current position, he had many important positions at the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism in Japan, including being the Senior Deputy Director of the Railway Bureau. In addition, he served as the Deputy President of the Japan Railway Construction and as Deputy Director General of the Traffic Safety Bureau of the National Police Agency. In his work, he has strived to make rail accessible and safe to all, particularly to the disadvantaged. Mr. Tsuchiya, if you would.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for attending the JITI Disaster Prevention Workshop 2018. I would like to take a moment to extend my sincere welcome to all of you here today. To set the background for our workshop, large-scale water disaster caused by hurricanes and other storms are occurring more frequently around the world with serious ramifications. Weather readings are showing an increasing tendency toward localized and concentrated heavy rain, and there are growing concerns about the intensified damage from water disaster, including river flooding, inland water flooding, and storm surges. These situations are considered a new stage of water-related natural disasters, and the direction and planning of countermeasures to them is essential. In the United States, Hurricane Michael was the fiercest storm to hit Florida in 18 years and caused severe damage in the area in 2018. Also, Hurricane Harvey, Irma, and Maria caused extensive damage in 2017. These 3 storms became 3 of the top 5 worst hurricanes in the recorded history of the USA and caused tremendous amount of damage. With regard to railway infrastructure, in 2012, Hurricane Sandy suffered serious damage to subways in New York City due to the massive inflow of water into stations and tunnels. California also has been greatly affected by natural disasters, with 2018 seeing widespread forest fires, torrential rain, and a large-scale landslide that damaged over 500 structures. In Japan, there are also many examples of natural disasters. In 2018, torrential rain devastated West Japan, and train operators completely or partially suspended operations on more than 100 lines due to the outflow of railroad bridges and the ground and and railroad tracks. In 2015, record levels of torrential rains falling in the Kanto and Tohoku region caused the flood walls along an approximately 660-foot-long stretch of the Kinuga River to collapse, resulting in flooding that submerged about 15 square miles of land. Moreover, the Great East Japan earthquake resulted in the loss of countless numbers of lives and assets in 2011. Furthermore, it is expected that 1/3 of the 23 wards in Tokyo might be flooded in the event of a super typhoon striking Tokyo if it collapses the banks of the Arakawa River. It is also predicted that the Tokyo inland earthquake and the Nankai Trough mega earthquake will occur in the future. In light of these serious circumstances, JITI has invited experts on the subject from the US and Japan to discuss the most pressing issues, including how can the railway sector use physical equipment or technologies to enforce countermeasures against storms? How can we strengthen the coordination and the cooperation among governments, railway operators, and other entities? What is the best action for train users when storms are approaching the railway? How can we promote railway countermeasures against earthquakes? Before we begin, I would like to briefly introduce our distinguished speakers. First, I would like to introduce Mr. Hampton H. Hart, Jr., Deputy Director, Technological Hazard Division, Federal Emergency Management Agency. We are honored to have him here speaking with us today. Our second speaker will be Mr. Bill Douglas, who is a Senior Risk Analyst in Risk Management at the LA Metro. We are very grateful that he was able to participate in our workshop today. Our final speaker today will be Takeshi Kawagoe, Senior Chief Researcher, Head of the Geology Laboratory, Disaster Prevention Technology Division at the Railway Technical Research Institute of Japan. We thank him for having traveled from Japan for our workshop. Furthermore, as an organizer, I hope that today's discussion will create interest in the issue of the development of railway countermeasures against natural disasters. Finally, I'd like to take a moment to thank the Nippon Foundation for its generous support of today's workshop. Thank you for all for coming today. I hope you enjoy the workshop. Thank you very much.